Hello, Alexander. The question that concerns our community is, how do NFTs Azarium generate income?
Mainly, we earn income by benefiting from increase in the price of the underlying asset. Following the teaching of Warren Buffett, Charlie Munger and our conservative investor, we buy land, constructions, villas and hotels on it, and generation rental income. In simple math, the cost of land, constructions and materials is less than the value of completed building. This way, we earn income and acquire and asset the appreciations over time. This asset then provides us with divided true rental income. We just want to be among the first to enter the market of traditional real estate investments in Web 3.0.
Why do you think that the completed building will appreciate over time instead of depreciating in value?
In my second business, I'm actively involved with Asian markets. We have been consideration several countries with growing economics. Real estate tends to operations in value in countries experience economic growth. We choose some of these countries and conduct a true analysis of risk and growth factors. For instance, many investors are still waiting for post-COVID recovery in China. Even true, it seems logical that they should cut their losses. The property market in China is overhead with entered districts built and completed but left unoccupied. We were looking for the opposite situation, a country where the economics show real growth and has a promised long-term outlook. Why also showing things of property operations in the short term? That's how we ended up focusing on Indonesia. Indonesia economics is showing growth even close to the median value among G20 economies, to put it briefly. Of course, behind this decision there are hundreds of pages research reports, but I'm afraid we don't have enough time to explain our country assessment process in detail.
Sounds reasonable. What is your second business?
We have pretty large international vending business, and in some countries we are in the top 5. This business operates with a small check. The average check, the cost of a cup of coffee in a vending machine is around $1 or $3. Dealing with small profit margins touch me a lot about management oversight. The business would be profitable. I excel at turning something small into something very big with minimal cost. Then I see crypto projects growing in market capitalizations by 50% annually. I understand that statistically only one or 100 such companies become in unicorn, and the rest of the investors will lose their money. That's why we create the value of NFTs, not truth where hype by best or well understood estate like land, buildings and rental income.
Why real estate specifically? The fastest growing market in the world right now is the artificial intelligence sector.
If we want to become in big projects, we need to convince regular people that their investments are safe. That's why we are looking for something simple and low risk. The world's populations keep growing, but the amount of land remains limited. Our kinds understand that. In real estate, it's almost impossible to lose all your invest money. A significant portion of the world's wealth is instead not in banks, bonds and gold, but in real estate. Even in the worst case scenarios, the risk and factors in as percent for NTS, unlike with New Revolutions Company.
Why did you laugh at the phrase new, revolutionary company? Aren't you one yourself?
I mean new just for the sake of novelty. Most of these companies are just empty promises on the beginning. Take Teros for example. Recently Elizabeth Holmes was back in the news, but this time because she's going to jail from the fake news and supposed revolution claims. The idea might have been good, but it was impossible to achieve and they knew it. They still spent hundreds of millions of the people money on it. Unfortunately, there are more of these revolutions, these companies, they genuinely follow global economies changing. We saw the problem. If you're planning to invest in real estate in different countries, it's so complicated in terms of paperwork that it's easy to do it through a fund. Managing the fund costs money and the fund itself needs to make a profit. So the returns are minimal. It's like a protective asset rather than an investment. On the other hand, the world cannot ignore blockchain, decentralized finance, and NFTs anymore. In October 2022, a house was pushed for $175 through an NFT, and the transactions was legally recognized. The president has been said that if you want to catch this wave, we need to there already, and that's exactly what we are doing. We don't want to jump onto departing the train. We want to be the first in this station.
What guarantees do we have that you won't be another Theranos and disappear with other people's money? After all, you're operating in an industry where many countries don't have proper legal regulations yet.
We do have legal regulations in place. We are not selling cryptocurrencies, but rather selling ownership shares, and we are structured through small contracts. You can find legal aspects explained in a separate video by our lawyer. We cannot simply disappear because your real estate properties have physical address that you can visit and inspect. Unlike Theranos, where the problem was overwhelming their equipment, we deal with tangible real estate asset that can be easily assessed by auditors. In case of bankruptcy, real estate can be sold to recover some of the investment funds. It happened with Theranos and when they faced finance issue, banks sold their real estate assets to return some money to investors. Our focus is solely on real estate, which auditors can accurately evaluate. Then there won't be significant discrepancies in the assessments of such assets by different independent companies.
You plan to attract investments through our NFTs even during the construction phase. But what if you fail to attract the required amount?
As I mentioned earlier, we are here for long term. We are confident in our calculations, which is why we have started building and buying properties using our own funds. We are currently constructing 5 humongous villas on 6 meters land plot, and these projects will be completed soon. For our new projects, we have already pushed 230 meters land plot, also in Bali, and we will soon show the progress in the constructions. The combined assets of myself and my partners are sufficient to complete their projects without the need for any additional investments. Even if no one buys of NFTs, we will finish the project's general income and continue building new ones. This will demonstrate our community and seriousness, and by the time the NFT market we will likely have grown and we will already be a part of it.
If you have enough of your own funds, why don't you do everything yourself? Why share with others?
At a certain point, when my income increased, the quality of my life stopped changing significantly. If I spent 80,000 instead of 8, my quality of life won't change much. So after fulfilling my basic needs like anyone else, I decided to be part of something great. Currently, that means being involved in the sharing economy and Web 3.0.
Thank you for answering the questions. As the project progresses, can we invite you for another interview?
Thank you too. Yes, of course, I'm ready to answer any questions related to our Azarium projects. I would even say that I want to answer such questions. We are all truly passionate about these projects. After all, we are among the pioneers in this game.